What's up, guys? Darkness here. We're back at it again with some more of our Horizon Zero Dawn Let's Play. Another short stream before work, about an hour if we can get it in. And, see if we can take on that, wherever we're going.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the Sun Ring from on high.
Well, the Kestrels.
Seems like the machines
They
get
want
more
us to see
dangerous
this,
every
boy.
year.
It makes quite an impression.
But yeah, hold on a second.
I didn't think that woman was old enough to catch her death from chill.
Alright, so we left off down here at this door.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Not a short job. That's my point exactly that I was talking about yesterday. For games that have that tedious of tiny little landing spots for your ability to climb and all of that, they should have more automated. Almost all of them do. Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, all of that. It's like one of the first games I've played. That's the only part of this game that's broken. It'll go like super slow and line it up just right for it to still not work. Ended up working out because we didn't die, but there's nothing more irritating than that.
The other side of the tower. Look for...
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this
Yeah, we heard him
element
say this
marks a
last night.
point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Simons. I didn't ask you along for the ride. I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to
You
fall into
figured it out in
silence and
hours.
death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you
Malfunction.
kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. Too bad now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Alrighty.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility died. Diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Check this out, see what's in it.
Should have brought a cart.
I feel like that doesn't make sense though, like those items and stuff. Oh, I guess. If they were fighting other things, I could see it. Machines were around for them too, so I guess it does make sense.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding...
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD
That is
and
hell.
data intact. Initiating
That
playback.
would be fight.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
What I figured, my first guess was right. The whole EMP to wipe everything out was not true.
Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Castros. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Well, come on, dude.
Sun has never touched this place.
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points.
Figured we were
What
about
do
to
they
fight.
contain?
Is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them? Not just people, all organic
Okay.
matter. Every living thing
That's what I was thinking.
dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doc, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go. You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And
I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Tech could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, How'd it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Gotcha. That was my biggest disconnect. Yeah, exactly. What's up, man? Yeah, that was my biggest disconnect, is like, what happened to where like everyone on this planet, or Earth, is now tribal, but not only that, like, have no knowledge as to what things were before. Because that's what I said, like, automated voices, like the doors that says, like, access granted, and stuff like that, these giant doors that seal off these facilities, they think they're gods. Like, they're like, oh, that's All Mother, and I'm like, it's a door. But it's easy for me to say, because in our day and age right now, like, automated voices and stuff like that, that's just you're talking. Like, that's not anything crazy. But to them, like, they've never heard anything like that, so I get it. And then the Hades side of things, that artificial intelligence that has a life of its own, and not a good one. Like, I could see why they think it's evil, because it is. Yeah, that's crazy. So my theory was wrong. I thought this, like, mountain range that we were in, I thought it was just like a spot on Earth they were able to seal off with these giant doors from the outside world and not let anything in, and life stayed sustainable here because they kept everything out. But I didn't understand why there was creatures here. But now it makes sense. These creatures are actually helping everything, and they fight you out in the wild. Just because, I mean, if I'm walking through a jungle and a tiger's just chilling, he's not gonna be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, he's gonna get aggressive, he's gonna attack, because he's either defending or he's a predator and sees me as food. And so, like, that makes sense. Mine was a bit right. Yeah, like, that's nuts. And if I had to add to my theory, the reason she exists is she's the one that can unlock Apollo. Like, they written in the system, there's one genetic code in it that would basically recreate Elizabeth Sobeck, or at least enough genetic DNA match to where she would be the one that unlocks the secrets to reveal to all of the human race now what the old life was from. And she's just got to find Apollo, because she's probably the only human that has access to it. So, because when she goes to these doors and they do the scan, she's like a 99.97 match to Elizabeth Sobeck, and it recognizes it as Elizabeth and lets her in. And so, like, that's definitely, I feel like, why because they said one day she just showed up, like, from the machine right there in the middle of the floor, and they thought she was a curse, like a little baby. And, well, one thought she was a blessing, the others thought she was cursed, the holy matriarch. But still. But of course you can, it's a video game. Yeah. Your selection. I definitely think, I'm pretty confident in that theory, though, with why she looks like the way she looks. Why she looks exactly like Elizabeth.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobeck, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium.
Elysium?
I never thought that there could be...
Okay. Maybe that's like heaven or whatever he's believing in. Or maybe that's already another word for it. It's kind of like an oasis, if I'm not mistaken.
The inhibitors have kicked
Based on the use of it in the movie Elysium.
I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
Okay, no. It's their own place.
A habitat capable of sustaining
where I wanted to go at
of
first.
2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Alert.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Inaccessible.
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, you're dead.
What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
I said, like, you literally can't, once somebody's heard about this, you can't go back out and be like, hey, guess what they're doing over here? That would ruin everything, and then no one would fight, and they'd all be fighting this, because they'd have no hope. But in reality, like, well, I don't know, in Crisis people don't react the same, so. Oof, that cut off. Yeah, exactly.
Intruder!
What?
Get her!
He saw me.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
What else you got?
That seems fair. Why wouldn't I do that? What's strong? Yeah, exactly. Effects don't work in live stream, but still. Only using. Yeah, for real. They cost more to craft by like a long shot, but I have plenty to craft them. So like when you run it, see with ones that aren't heavies, these work fine, but I forgot about having those. I was sitting there just like trying my best to light into these people.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally.
Stocking up? Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Fuck that thing. Metal shards are like super helpful. Like it costs 10 for each one of those arrows. That guy just gave me. Alright, so we follow the power line. Oh, there's stairs right here. I was like, how do we get over there?
Keep that for later. Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Hey. Hey. I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse.
Maybe there's a storage
I don't
area
get paid to
nearby.
clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Everything's in reverse, so. So, left. Either everything's in reverse, as in like you start from that side, or start from the first but it's actually right. Second one's up, right? Yeah. So there's two meanings this could have. We're about to find out. Either this right here works, or I just need to do the opposite of what the arrows say from left to right. Yeah, I felt like that was a bit too overcomplicating it. So that's okay though. That one's right. So the next one needs, well, it is down. This one needs to be to the right. Needs to be up. I don't get it. Unless they're meaning this side's this side. Try that. Up. To the left. Down. You have a chance of living on, but no one wants to do it. Yeah, exactly. Did up, left, down, up, left, down, right, and up. This is what they mean. If we tried the other two forms of opposite, maybe it's literally full on, like use the one from the other side. Huh. Definitely missing something. Well, for one, Missing how to even try these. That one's broken. We just need to have power anyway. So, alright. Let's listen to her again.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me.
Oh, one thing we didn't try is from bottom to the top. So, right to the right. Technically, would that have been? Yeah, we did try that, because if we started from that side over to here, that would make sense. So, it's from bottom to the top. Let's try full on reverse. So it starts at the bottom, but it's also the opposite of what it says. So this would be up. That would be to the right. Be down. Last one would be to the right. I didn't realize you could turn it clockwise. Alright, so let's try this one more time. Down. Right, down. Right. Up. Right, down, right, up, left. So that's definitely... I'm missing something here. What if you just try... left, up, left, down, right? But yeah, the actual way that it's supposed to be. I guess it's true. That's the one thing we didn't try. The actual way it's supposed to be. I'm gonna be so upset if that's correct. So like that little voice thing threw us off way worse than it should have. You're kidding me.
I should check the
Oh my god. What if we're overthinking this? We're absolutely overthinking it. Because it full on said everything is in reverse, but maybe this focus like reads the actual guide. So I don't know. That was a joke. Can't believe that. That was it. We're so dumb, for real. Well, not really. I mean, in our defense, like, those are, like, puzzle-like times, and then when you have a random data point right next to it, like, theoretically speaking, like, it makes no sense as to why that would even be there. Like, the voice emitter. That makes sense, like what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no reason that she should have even been there talking.
That should do the trick.
Alright, so up,
Let's get that door open.
left, down. Everything pointed to that being some kind of a riddle. It wasn't. Like, that's our defense. Up, left, down, right, up. Oh, okay, so maybe that... So it wasn't pointless. We weren't wrong, but the voice emitter's on this side because it's for this. So, try that. So I should just have to go through and hit it twice on everything. If I'm doing the mirror opposite. Oh, look at that. It's obvious. Look at this. Oh, this one don't show us anymore, but see how it's upside down? Pharaoh's upside down, everything. So that would mean starting from the top, the first one would be down. The next one would be left. Next one would be up. That would be right. There it is. Yep, okay. That makes sense, because we're seeing the Pharaoh upside down as well. So, like, you had to flip it and look at it from that point from left to right. Got it. But, yeah, so we weren't wrong, and it wasn't pointless. So I get now why it was there, because that's what made no sense to me. I'm like, what's the point in that voice thing, then? It wasn't it. Oh. They don't hear the door open.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Falls deep. Oh, it's just 3. That didn't work at all. You are a lot easier to kill.
Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Oh, there's more, you.
The sun. Your end.
That's the last one.
Got him. Oh, it ain't.
Or not.
I said, music's still going.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use.
Wasn't sure. Wasn't sure if they were gonna send more or not. Get the guy in? Yeah, the last one. Boat members there sure comes it clumsy and slow. I mean, you're in a cold, so I don't know how over the top confident I am in your all around being. You know,
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But more Eclipse.
Careful now.
oh yeah, a lot more clips. Yeah, I'm about to say Surely I'm missing someone. No one up here then.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Elbadji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a life.
Hopefully that's something that actually exists. Like, now, people don't really think about that, but like if something were to happen, and we had some like massive like MP or something like that go off, and it destroyed all of our computers and stuff like that, like destroyed to no repair. Like, we have nothing documented on paper anymore.
Around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come.
Yeah, I don't know that we're there yet.
And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge.
Who's there?
Welcome, and let us begin.
Do what I must for the shadow, but I don't like this place.
Come on, dude.
You can see them. They can't see you.
How are you not done with this yet? I've only played like maybe 20 hours into it. It's like a 30-hour game from what I'm seeing, but I'm getting there. Off today? No, I'm not. Cows go. Oh, I got you. Cows go who? No, cow goes me. No, I'm not off. I gotta leave here in like 5 minutes. Crap.
Incoming!
That didn't work out. Didn't see anything. What? Now you're just shooting? That's cool. Okay, don't shoot. That's fine too. Whoa! Get away from me, buddy.
It's burning!
Yeah.
Someone put this out!
How are these not headshots? Stung me. Oh, one of you. Oh wait, you're that stupid. Kidding me?
Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Seems like I've been playing this forever. I mean, I have been. I've had it forever, but I've not actually been playing it. I've had it, but that's the difference. Okay.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of
So
Staff.
I gotta go to.
the highest
Yeah, you're fine. I'm
ranking
ending it in
officer
like
of
2
the
minutes.
United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement.
Protocol. Definitely did not work.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you think. Perfect guy to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do.
Wipe out what's
which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can
Yeah.
start over.
Makes sense why Hades
Okay,
is
not
trying to
burn,
kill
more
them.
like reverse terraforming operations and suffocated. But
That's
you
the
get
corruption.
the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god? Looks like the only way onwards.
Alright. This is where we're going to have to stop, because I got to go to work. Thank God for tuning in, those of you that did. I wasn't sure we're going to be able to get through all of it this morning or not. And it feels like we're only halfway through it, so... Go here. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you later tonight. Bye.